family. Shalom. This is Sister Gail, and we're about to start another video today. This one shouldn't be long. I'm trying not to let it be long, but this one is going to be a little controversial, I'm sure. But anyway, we're going to do what we do, okay? And I'm glad again to have everyone on board. Shalom, family. Shalom, shalom, shalom. So we're going to get started. I'm going to share my screen with you. Those that are new to my channel, I hope you enjoy it. I hope that there's something here that you can receive and take with you. If maybe it doesn't bless you, and I hope it does, then maybe share with someone that you think it may be along their vein that they may be able to receive, okay? But I'm hoping you'll enjoy it. And if you do, please go ahead and hit the like button and also subscribe, because I got some things that I want to share that the Most High has given me, and I believe you're going to enjoy it. So let's get started, okay? I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. I'm going to go ahead and kind of blow this up a little bit, and then we'll get started. Let me pull myself back up here. You know, I didn't know my screen was so tiny. It's tiny, but y'all can see, right? Okay. I didn't know it was that little. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and start the slide. Of course, this is my disclaimer on here. So, okay, again, welcome everyone. Again, this is Prophet Akoti Timing McGee. That is my name. This is the ministry that the Most High has allowed me to release at this time. This is a ministry that I've been carrying, and it's been kind of growing. He's been nurturing and putting it together for His kingdom. And so now He has given me grace in this season to release it, and I am grateful to do so. I'm very excited about it. My ministry, again, deals with timing. We call this particular part of my ministry the Prophet Circle. This is where those of us that flow in the prophetic, those that have faith, those that just flow with the supernatural Elohim that we serve. He is a supernatural Elohim. He's our Elohim. This flows, this platform is for you. He has created this platform for you, for training, for equipping, enlightenment, giving us understanding of what He's doing, how He's doing it, training some of our young people that are coming up that are not really familiar with it. They have giftings. His grace is upon them, so they need to know what's going on with them. So this is what this channel is about. Now, this particular segment is going to be about something that we've been hearing about a lot in the news, and it's about reparations. So I'm going to kind of talk about a little bit about reparations, about how I am perceiving it. Again, this is Gail. Everyone is entitled to their intake on it, their input on it. This is just what I'm receiving, okay? So we're going to talk about reparations. It's right now a topic pretty much in the United States, and I'm sure other nations are also receiving information, and they're flowing also about it. So we know it's not just exclusive to our country or our nation. There is a wind that's blowing concerning reparations. And this is what we need to make sure we're discerning, okay? Reparations, is it a sign of a time period? Is the reparations movement that we're just now, it's just now manifesting in such a way? Now keep in mind, there have been decades and decades that reparation was not mentioned in such a time as this, as it's mentioning, and it is forefront. It is the forefront of the discussion. So we need to try to figure out and discern The time. Is this a sign of a time period? Why now? Why are we talking about reparations now? Why is Europe, Hebrews, Israelites, they have been scattered across the world, the four corners of the world. They're talking about reparations. Why are we seeing such a influx of information and those that are pushing this particular move in the natural, that they're pushing it and they're bringing it to the forefront about reparations? There's groups of people, organizations that are pushing reparations. Why now? That's the question that we need to be asking. Why now? It's one matter if you don't believe in reparation, okay? There's one matter if you don't believe, and that's understandable. There's different people that don't believe in reparations. That is understandable and it is respected. You got some that says it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, okay? They said it's not going to happen. I don't know why they're getting all excited about it. It's not going to happen. Those are the ones that says there is not going to be any reparations. Then you got those that are also saying the nations don't owe us anything. So why are you all jumping up and down about reparations? They don't owe us anything. We got what we got now, and we got it, and we're just going to keep it moving because they don't owe us anything. This is coming from the side of the descendants, African descendants of slaves, African descendants of slaves, or American descendants of slaves. And it's coming from the other people that whose ancestors were the ones that enslaved our people. They're saying the nations don't owe you anything. So you got on both sides saying the nations don't owe you anything. Then you got those that are speaking. They're saying the Torah doesn't support reparations. They're saying there's nothing in the Torah that supports reparations for ADOS. They call them ADOS, African descendants of slaves or American descendants of slaves. They're saying there's nothing in the scriptures that support reparations. So why are you all jumping up and down about it? Okay. Then you got another group of people saying the Most High ain't gonna use reparations to deliver us. The Most High, and I put that ain't in there, that's us talking. The Most High ain't, kind of like a slang, the Most High ain't going to use reparations to deliver us. He's not going to use reparations. He's going to do what he wants to do without reparations, and we're just going to believe Yah to deliver us, and he's not going to use the reparations. That's the other argument that we're having, okay? But what if Yah, I gotta put a but in there. What if Yah, question mark, we're just talking today, what if he does cause reparations? What if he does cause reparations to happen? What if it does happen? What if it does take place in the form of finances? Because right now, that's what the key is finances. I know people say the argument, well, you know what, the dollar ain't worth the nickel, but right now it is worth the nickel. It is worth something because there are a lot of nations that still honor and respect the dollar. Even though we know it's sinking, it still has a monetary value across the world as a recognized currency for power, okay? So what if it does happen? What if Yah allows and causes it to happen and to take place? What are we going to do then? What will our argument be then? Because like I said, right now, finances the dollar still is working right now. It's still working right now. Yes, it's losing its value, but it's still working right now. You know why I know it's working? Because you go to work, if those of you that work, every day to get it. You still have faith in it. You still need it to make your homes work, your families work, things work for you. So yeah, you do still have some value in it because you still need it. Though, whatever area you need it, you go to work. If you retire, you're using some of it to live off of. So we are still using that currency right now. So I'm just saying, I don't think this thing is going to be way, however he moves and delivers in the future. You understand me? He can do however he wants to do it, but he can also use reparations with the finances and the dollars that they have here. I'm not cutting him short. My thing has always been with it. When I hear people say that, that's fine, and I respect your view. But if that happens, and he does use reparations, and the ADOS which is a group of people, and how do we know that they have not been set in place for such a time as this? They didn't choose us, they didn't choose you, but they chose them to stir up this talk, this subject about reparations, to get the world's attention, to get the United States attention, that this is what we talk about right now. Its time has come. So even if we weren't chosen, but that group of people that are very passionate about this, and their passion is well received and understood. I understand exactly how they feel. If they are victorious as playing a part, because we know the bottom line is going to be the Most High. I mean, he can shut something down, he can make something happen. We know the root of any success for our benefit as a people has to come through his hands, whoever he uses. So I'm not going to be presumptuous to say it ain't going to happen. I don't know. I believe in that area. I can believe that, yeah, he can use that. And that those people have a passion. He raised them up. You know, he raises people up to fulfill his purpose. He says, I have raised up this person. I have raised up this kingdom. I have raised this up. So can we say safely that he has not raised this event up or raised up this situation up to be addressed in such a time as this? Can we say that with confidence, that he has not raised up this this recognized situation regarding reparations amongst the because that's who we are, every last one of us over here that came off over the boats from Africa, we're Hebrews. That's who we are. We have a history. Okay, we have a history. So it's just a what if. See, we got to get a what if. We can't conclude until he concludes. If he's not concluding, all we're doing is expressing how we feel, or if we may have scriptures to back it up. But then somebody else got a scripture to contradict that. So how about we see how the end is going to be? How about we check to see how the Most High is going to answer this? Because like I said, what if? What if it actually happens? What if it actually takes place in our lifetime, however the Most High works it? And it includes reparations in the United States and the nations for his people. Let's see. Let's see. Now, reparations is like favor, and it was given. Anytime, I'm speaking prophetically now, anytime you hear in your spirit, it has been, he says it's given. It has been given. That thing is already done. See, that's what he said to Joshua He says, see, I have given you the city. Joshua and them had not conquered it yet. In the book of, I think it's the first chapter of Joshua. They had not conquered it yet. I think it may be the first or second chapter in Joshua. Read it, okay? He says, see, I have given you the city, okay? Which is mean it's already done. When you hear the word given by Yahuwah, when he says given, or I am giving you, that thing is the done deal. That is him restoring, that is him replacing, that is him taking something that has been promised to you and giving it to you. When you hear that word given, now if you look here on the screen, it says reparations given. I put that in parentheses there because I want you to understand, I want you to see that. Now, he said, and we're going to look at the scripture, you shall not go out empty. My little picture is got you all where you can't see that. Let me move it over there. See that? You shall not go out empty. That's what he said. What did he say that at? In Exodus, Shemoth, chapter 3, verse 21 through 22. He said, and I will give this people, talking about the Hebrews, us, our ancestors, favor. I will give them favor in the sight of the Misraim, which is Egyptians. And it shall come to pass that when you go out of that country, they were in that country, that nation, that when you go, you shall not go empty. Why am I reading this? Because a lot of us say that that was one Exodus our ancestors had to go through. And this is what the Most High had promised. And this ain't the only place he promised it. He promised it also in Genesis, the 15th chapter, I believe. He talked about it. So here we go. The Most High is telling them, he's telling them, when you go, it's his word, because his word is prophetic. Okay, his word is prophetic. He said, when you go, you shall not go empty. But every woman shall borrow of her neighbor and that so who sojourns with her in her house, jewels of silver and gold and clothing, and shall put them on your sons and your daughters, and you shall spoil the Misraimians, the Egyptians. That means you shall have those things. You shall possess those things. You shall spoil them. That's taking or receiving from that place where you have been in bondage to. He said, you're not leaving there empty-handed, but you're going to take all those things he listed was fineries, gold, silver, clothing. You know, women, we like nice things. So what he's trying to say, these are nice things. Your women, they're going to go and they're going to receive these things from their neighbors. And for those that sojourn there, which means the foreigners there, the sojourners, those that are passing through that place. He's saying, you're going to have the silver, the gold, the clothing, the raiment, which I said clothing, fine clothing. And you're going to put those on your sons and your daughters, and you shall spoil them. Okay? That's what he said. And then, after he prophesied, spoke his word prophetically in Exodus, Shemoth, the 3rd chapter, in the 12th chapter, it was fulfilled. It was fulfilled. In the 12th chapter, verse 36, it says, and Yahuwah gave. Now it's past tense now because it was done. First, in the first part, he said, I'm going to give. The 12th chapter, it doesn't happen. He said, and Yahuwah gave, past tense, the people favor in the sight of the Misraimians, so that they lent to them as they required, as whatever they needed, they got. Whatever it took for them to get up out of there, they were provided those things. Whatever it is that they needed, they got. And it says, and they spoiled the Misrians, the Egyptians. Said it again. That's just the word. I'm just looking at the word. Now, I know everyone and those that don't agree, I respect that, but I'm just looking at the word. I'm just going to take it at face value. I believe that. If he said that they're not going empty-handed, that's what he said. I didn't say it. He said they're not going empty-handed. How he provides that, that's up to the Most High. But I can tell you exactly what he just said here, that they spoiled them, which means they got what they needed to get up out of Egypt, okay? So what I say, I just believe. Nothing about anyone else. I'm telling you, I believe. I believe everything is possible to him who believes. I believe Mark 9:23. I believe it. I believe it. Is it a possibility? Until the Most High says it's not, it's a possibility. Until he answers and says, no, nothing cannot be taken off the table. Because we don't know. Unless you've gotten a revelation that he's absolutely said, I'm not going to use that, I'm not going that way, I receive. But if he has not, I'm going to go by the pattern that was given in the scriptures. He said that they did not go empty. He said it. And not only did he say it, several chapters later, it happened. It happened. So again, when you believe, you just trust. You don't know how that thing's going to happen, but you know it's going to be in your favor. We know in this season, it's in our favor. We know in this season, the 400-year captivity is over. It's over. So we're going to begin to see blessings come to us, coverings come to us. I'm not saying we're not going to go through some things, but his favor will be there with us. So no matter what we go through, his favor will be with us. That is a great thing in itself. And today, I'm gonna just share this too. I got a prophetic word today. See if I can remember. Oops, sorry. This is what he gave me today. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone because I try to put it in my phone when I get something. Today, I heard him say, and I'm gonna tell you the other thing in a minute. He said, pray for the assemblies everywhere for divine favor. That's what he told me today during prayer. Pray for the assemblies everywhere for divine favor. He is about to release divine favor on us. So with that, however that favor looked, because the scriptures just said that he gave favor to the people, which means in that way, the favor came in the form of they were able to get gold and silver and raiments from the Egyptian, but they were allowed to receive that from them. They got that from them. So who are we to say what the divine favor is going to look like for us? Let's not cut ourselves short. Let's give him all the faith we have, because that's what pleases him. So let's just believe him for the impossible. He said everything is possible for him who believes. And you know what? He got mine. He's got my faith. He's got my faith to do whatever he wants to do. And if he wants to go that way, I'm saying, Father, go that way. If you have set several people, many people that you have raised up in this time, for such a time as this, to speak forth and to cry out concerning reparations, it is not a coincidence in 2019. It is not a coincidence that the voice of reparations is being heard throughout the world. It's waking up people that they're saying, you know what? Yeah. And governments are taking note of it. They know, but they're not going to be able to drown the voice out, especially if the Most High is behind it. Okay? If he's behind it, you know they cannot drown the voice out. So again, believe. What is it costing you? What is it costing you, and why would we have to be in a place where we want to even say something is not going to happen or it can't be. Why would you say that? My thing to you is this, and that is fine if you believe that. I respect, really, truly, I respect that. I'm just giving him faith. That's all. I mean, I ain't losing, and I'm just going to believe. But I say, if and when that happens, and you say there ain't going to be no reparation, please send me yours. Please send me yours. Since you don't believe it anyway, I'll take yours. I'll take yours. I will take yours. And we'll do what it do. We'll do what it do. And trust him, Yahuwah, and Ahaya. I wanted to put all the variations of his names down, not to offend anyone, but we still know who we're talking about, okay? We trust him. We are not going to tell him how he's going to do it, because he already got it laid out before the foundation of the world. He already knows exactly how he's going to do it, who he's raising up, whose voice is going to be heard. He knows, because it's all about timing. Events take place because of timing. Do you understand that? You need to get that. And this is why we're going to have to start talking about how to read the signs. Because you're looking at it and you're just looking at why it ain't going to happen. You're not reading the signs, so it's just rolling right off of you because you're not discerning the signs and the time of the time period, not season, because we're here now. It has finally arrived. I hear the Spirit saying, feast your eyes. I hear him saying right now, feast your eyes, which means we're going to see something. We are going to see something. Now, reparation, hold on, let me go back. I wanted to go back to that screen, but I'll try to go back to it. I clicked too quick. Let me see if I can go back to it. Well, actually, I'll go back in a minute. But anyway, faith and trust Yahuwah. Faith and trust in Yahuwah. It's not in the method how he does it. It's not in the method how he does it. Because again, Yah can use any method at his disposal. So he's not limited. We are in our thinking because we can only see that either that's not going to happen. I can't see how that's going to happen. But remember my family, my loving family, I love you. As soon as you hear it can't, now you have challenged the Most High. You have basically said, that's not going to happen. Where does the word not ever dwell with him? I mean, in anything in life. Unless he has given you an absolute and told you, I'm not going to do this or whatever, have faith and believe. Trust and believe. Okay? So, since we don't know how this reparation, because we know it's going to happen, the scripture just told us that it happened, okay? Since we don't know the method, though, let's trust him in providing the means for that, because that ain't got nothing to do with us. Remember, he said he's giving. He didn't say we had to do anything to make it happen. He's already done it. That's what faith does. Faith just receives. Faith is so open. Faith says, Yah, whatever you want to do, you got mine. You have my faith to believe you for the impossible. For the impossible. That's what Yeshua said. Everything, anything is possible to him that believes, which means there are no limits. This is what makes faith so phenomenal, because you can just go there. If he's there, you can go there. He calls you up. He says, come according to your faith. Come on out. Step out on the water. Come. He told Peter to come. So let's rise up. Let's not doubt. Let's not try to figure out how it's going to happen. Let's just say, Father, we know you can make anything happen. If it ain't that way, it's going to be a way. So with that, you know what? I'm keeping myself open, because you have promised. You have promised retribution. You have promised retribution. And because of that, I'm receiving. Who am I to tell you how you're going to do it? Unless you done gave me a download, if he hasn't given it to any of us, then all we're doing is speculating. All we're doing is just voicing our opinion, and that's okay. It's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. But let's not shut out his providence for us. Let's not shut out his supernatural for us, because he's a supernatural Elohim. He can do whatever he wants. He can take hearts, change them, take a king's heart in his hand and change it. He can make him say one thing today, and then tomorrow the king don't even know why he said what he said. But it's all according to his plan. So let's just not be locked into a method, because as we said, Yah can do whatever he wants to do. The key is he revealing what he's doing to us? Is he revealing to us what he's going to do? If he has not revealed, that means it's still a mystery, right? We don't know. If he has not revealed, that means we don't know. But the scripture tells us those things are secrets to him, but those things which he reveals to us belong to us. And that's in the book of Corinthians. Those things that he reveals to us are now ours. So let's just give him what he wants. Let's give him what he loves. He loves faith. Let's trust him in this thing. We know we're going to receive. We know we're going to get retribution back. We know he's going to cause the nations to pour into us what has been stolen and taken from us. It's been in the scriptures. It's in the book of Isaiah. I was just reading it today. I think it was Isaiah 59 and Isaiah 60 that I was reading that just blessed my spirit. I'm like, wow. He has prophesied these things through the prophets about about the end time where we're at and what he's going to do. So we know we can trust him there. I just don't want us to be fearful. I think we are also fearful. What if it don't happen? Don't look at it like, what if it don't happen? How about you look at all things are possible? How about you look at that? All things are possible to him that believe. And guess what? I believe for divine substance. Gail believes for divine substance. And I'm going to tell you, let me tell y'all, I live such a supernatural life. I receive. People back home that know me, they know me as crazy because I receive though. I am a prophet. I've been in some low places. Some of y'all probably would never in your lifetime be. But I rise and I'm still here. Do you understand me? It's just as David said, if I go in hell, you're there. Every place I've been, he's been with me, carrying me through it. So I can believe him for great things. So when I hear someone or some group say, no matter what the group, if it's our people or the descendants of the ancestors of those who enslaved us, when I hear it ain't gonna happen, I just smile because you're setting yourself up for a supernatural intervention. That's exactly what you're saying, because now you have challenged my Elohim. You have said it ain't going to happen. And I'm looking at you like, wow, really? I'm getting ready to get the butter popcorn out and enjoy the show, because you're about to be the #1 actor. When you said it ain't going to happen, I'm pulling out the butter popcorn, the Kerrygold, Tonya, the Kerrygold butter. I'm pulling out the butter, and I'm about to sit back. Because right now you have just said that, and that empowers me to only know he can do it. He can do it if he wants to. And he ain't got to ask your permission or mine, because he do what he wants to do. So let's just believe. If you can muster that up, just a mustard seed. Yeshua said just a grain of a mustard seed that can speak and say to the mountain, let's give him that mustard seed. Let's tell him we trust you, Most High, to do what you do for your people, because you told us it's our time. This is our season. And as I said, I believe for divine substance, not just in the natural, but supernatural. I believe. I got that crazy, crazy, crazy faith. I believe. That's just been my nature. Those that know me way back for years can tell you, yeah, she crazy in it. Crazy in it. But I believe, and guess what? I always receive from him. Always. You know why? Because I never doubt. I don't care if I didn't see it. I'm still looking for it. I'm still looking for the essence of that thing. Okay, so it didn't come through that person. He gonna do it though. So he didn't use that person to do it. He gonna still do it though. That's how you live. That's how you roll with them. Okay. So I wanted to say that there is one slide I wanted to try to go back to. Let me say this here on this one. We are going to, on the next teaching, hopefully do ministry. So hopefully next week we'll be able to do ministry. I wanted just to drop this one in here, just a little short one about the reparations, but I wanted to share that because I want us to discern where we're at. I want us to be able to discern where we're going. Now, what I do want to do, I want to go back to this one slide that I skipped over. I didn't mean to skip over so quick and fast. I think it is on this one. Okay. This is the slide I kind of skipped over a little bit. I didn't mean to hit it so quick. Okay, so they say the reparations is for the second Exodus. So that's what we have been hearing, that the reparations are going to be for the second Exodus. As I had said, Yah can do whatever he wants to do. So if he provided reparations, he provided gold, silver, raiment. Basically, he said they spoiled them. he just said they spoiled them. And we know what that means. They just went in there and just took what they needed, took whatever they needed, what was required. Okay. And they didn't fight them either. They was glad that they was gone. Okay. So if he provided then, are we ready to do a second Exodus? Will the pattern be different from the first one? Will the magnitude and volume of it be greater than the first one? We're going to see, right? Because we all are on the same page and we know there's going to be a second Exodus out of this nation. Out of this nation. Get it, family. I'm telling y'all now. Get it. Don't hold too tight. Do not hold too tight. We're not staying here. We're not going to stay here. We can't stay here and go into our own land at the same time, right? So one of them has to go. Okay? Okay? If we're looking at the pattern in the book of Exodus, Shema, they had to leave there and go, and where they were going was already prophesied to them. That Yahuwah, Yah said, I'm going to send you and place you into a place that flows with milk and honey, which he was letting them know there's going to be a better place. He said, I heard your cries. I heard the oppression of my people. Do you not think he has heard our oppression and our cries? We know what we go through every day, daily amongst our people. We know what it's like. I'm not saying that there is no other place in this world that there is less persecution. Maybe some degree or not, but the point we're talking about here. And I know there are Hebrews all over the four corners of this world that have suffered oppression and persecution. And guess what? Our Elohim said it is now time. He is going to deliver us. He is setting us free. Deliverance is here. Do you understand? Grab a hold of that. Do what we need to do to get in position, in prayer, in consecration, in hearing, making sure we're hearing and discerning the signs of the times, discerning what he's saying to us in the natural. Begin to read the signs. Begin to be prayerful. We must do this. We must know what to do. He's setting people in position. He told me the other day, he is setting us up. He's setting us in position. Do you understand? Certain people got certain roles. Your role may not be my role, but don't say what I'm doing is not of Yah, because that's what I'm doing with Yah. But you do your due, and he do his due, and it's going to all come together. Do you understand me? We are going to be connected. He is going to cause the gathering to take place. He's been speaking about the gathering for many, many years, way before I myself was awakened. He has been speaking to me about a gathering 10, 15 years ago. He was talking to me about a gathering. I didn't know what he was talking about, but he kept telling me the gathering, the gathering. I got lots of notes. I have journals with the gathering in it, and I can go back and read it. And now it will make sense to me now. Do you understand me? Because it's taking place. It's taking place. And I desire my family right now, as he spoke to me today in prayer, he said, pray for the assemblies. Pray for all of the assemblies. I went forth in intercessory for all of the assemblies. He said, for divine favor. So I speak to all of you all that are in your assemblies, that are connected with another Hebrew somewhere. Begin to pray for one another. Pray for the assemblies, he said. Pray for the assemblies. Do you understand? Let's begin to pray. I heard him say today, for divine favor. Let me read it one more time because I wrote it down. And you know what? Actually, I was about to study in the Shabbat. I was about to study. And as soon as I sat down to study, the Spirit, the Ruach, came upon me in a wonderful, wonderful way. And it just took me right on up into the middle of my living room. And I began to go forth in prayer. And this is what I received. I'm going to read it to you again. Pray for the assemblies everywhere. Pray for the assemblies everywhere. This is what he's telling each and every one of us collectively, to pray for the assemblies everywhere. I don't care if you're in the churches. Begin to pray. Please begin to pray. You can connect. You can connect to the assemblies. But he said, pray for the assemblies everywhere for divine favor. That is what he's releasing on the assemblies. Listen to what he's saying. He is releasing divine favor. He said, pray for the assemblies everywhere for divine favor. Higher. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. I knew exactly as I began to go off into prayer and to worship with him. He downloaded that to me. He said, the assemblies everywhere. So let's begin to make sure we connect. Let's make sure we're praying for all the assemblies. I don't care where they're at. All over, everywhere. Everywhere that a Hebrew is named. Everywhere that a Hebrew is named. In and out. Let's pray for divine favor. He said the assemblies. Divine favor. So I'm not going to keep repeating myself. I'm getting excited. I love you all. Ahava, I'm trying to get it right. Ahava you all. I'll see you on the next video. Hopefully we'll be able to go into the ministry. This is going to be so excited. I am just so excited. I can see the signs, and because I'm seeing the signs, it encourages me. Now the signs are for us. The signs are to encourage us. This is why the prophetic voice needs to go forth, because it encourages us to let us know what he's saying about, what he wants us to do, what he wants to do. So bless you all. I love you. Ahava you all. Be blessed. Shalom, family. Shalom.